Behind me is a 1139 train.
Knew this day would come. Can't get away with it forever. We've made it to our 30th state with this RV. So the big 3-0 goes to Kansas. We're staying at Dodge City, and this is what, our third new state for season 3. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. So tomorrow we're gonna hit up Boot Hill Museum. Are we doing anything else here? Other than that, we've just been hanging out. This campground doesn't have a whole lot going on, but we've been doing laundry, and they have a dog park, a really large dog park, so the dogs have been running around over there. And pretty soon here, we're gonna be listening for a tornado siren. Not because there's a tornado, but because they test it out every week. So every Wednesday at noon, you get to hear the siren. So, here comes.
I don't think you're gonna wake up to that.
No.
It's not that loud. I thought it was gonna be a lot louder.
So did I. Sounds like a pretty sad siren.
I think they need to work on their siren.
I think Tito and I need to take the job.
Disappointed. Anyone that RVs always has a water hose, period. You're always going to use a water hose, you're always going to have a water hose. The blue one's the most beneficial because it lacks the potential for any of the components of it to seep into your water, and then if you drink that, you're showering with it, it's not healthy for you. So you definitely want more of the bluer hose. You want one that's a drinking type of hose. The white ones are also work as well too. The problem sometimes with hoses is that it just deteriorates over time, or like us, the Texas heat has taken a toll on our hose. So we've actually developed a little tiny leak, which I tried to somewhat tape it up for a temporary cause. It doesn't last long. The pressure just doesn't allow it to. But I was getting a lot of bulges as well too. So the whole surface is basically broken off of that inner tubing, and now it's on to the external tubing. So this is ready to bust. There's a lot of spots all around that are ready to bust overall. So I knew it's time to go ahead and replace this. This one I got, it's Kohree, K-O-H-R-E-E on Amazon. It's actually pretty cost effective. This is a 35-foot hose, but I know that there's like EvoFlex. I think that's a little bit thicker one. I may upgrade eventually to the EvoFlex. I have another of the same brand that I've used. This one is a little bit thinner, and I don't know if they changed or something happened, but this one just didn't last. And also, again, the Texas heat happened to take a toll on it. So it's time to chuck in and replace the hose. I did forget to mention, so the company, the Kohree that I got on Amazon, they do have a 1-year warranty on it. I've only had this hose for about 4 months, and they are replacing for free. So that was a good thing. I like the hose otherwise. Like I said, the other hose has been working out well. So I'll get a replacement, and this one's time to go.
We have used this hose before, and it did last longer than a few months. So that's worth mentioning. The first one we had lasted over a year. So this one, again, whether it's just the heat or whatever happened to it, just a bad one.
Hey there. We are headed to Boot Hill Museum. We're gonna check out the museum and see how things are, and have a good old time.
During the summer, the Boot Hill Museum opens at 8, except not everything else opens up that early. So some of the like general store and stuff, they said opens at 10, something else opens at 10:30, the gunfight's at noon. So I don't know if it's as beneficial to get here that early. It'll be a little cooler, but you'll be waiting around for everything to open. In the museum here, there's a lot of interactive stuff, so I was like, oh, Ryan's gonna be in heaven. It's already started.
I know what you're talking about. Just playing with magnets and metal pieces, I guess. It's not interactive.
What are you doing?
Finally, I can pick up the poo without getting dirty.
However, as white settlers moved west, they established
We burned the buffalo dung for fuel. That stinks. It's supposed to be a bison, not a buffalo. It's a bison.
Yielding every raw material necessary for survival.
You know what's not nice is to offer a shot of whiskey and then have it glued down.
Hello. Hello. Welcome to Hoover's Saloon.
Hello.
Come on, let me out. I didn't do it. I swear, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. The gun just, it fired on its own. I didn't do it. Let me out. Let me out.
Not gonna happen. I know that museums often like to be authentic, and then they find these old, you know, bottles and things like that to put in. But sometimes they apparently use real skeletons. So I saw this back here, and of course I just assumed, you know, it was made in some manufacturing shop somewhere. Come to find out it's an actual 18-year-old girl who donated her body. And she still hangs here today.
All right, pick your number, let's go. Where we're gonna land on, pick your number. All right, it's gonna land on a good number right now, Oh, it's 1, there we go. Winner, chicken dinner. Excuse me, hello? Anybody here? I need my mail. So why didn't people smile during photographs? Well, I guess life was hard, so not many people were smiling. People had bad teeth, so they didn't want to show their teeth. People thought that smiling made them look more silly, I guess back then. And then long exposure times. That would be the one that I would actually expect, being long exposure times. So a minute to get your picture taken. That's how long you have to wait. So yeah, I probably wouldn't be smiling either. You're sitting behind a 1139 1903 steam locomotive engine.
I noticed 2 seats in the outhouse. Does that mean that 2 people use that little box at the same time? I think I'll hold it.
Man, it smells delightful in there. Getting locked up here. Yep.
Knew this day would come. Can't get away with it forever. Just bring me my meals, as long as they're gluten-free.
They even have the original door too. Wow. They have a little tiny breathe hole in the bottom. Honey, I'm coming for you. Don't worry. We'll get you out of here. Don't worry. You don't have to have a hole in the floor to go to the bathroom. That's disgusting.
Oh, I still fit.
What did you learn today from Boot Hill?
Actually, what I learned is...
Sit up straight. Sit up straight.
My
Okay.
teacher's crazy.
Talk now, please.
That's what I've heard. There are a lot of things authentic here, which is really cool. But there's a spelling error on one of the graves, and I was actually shocked to see how much they talk about the buffalo. And they have a big, not stuffed, but whatever, buffalo. And it's like, that's a bison. And they're hunting bison. So I am a little shocked about that. I know there's a lot of misconceptions, and I know it started early on, but I'm still shocked that everything says buffalo when it's a bison. There's a lot to see over here at Boot Hill, and I kind of thought we were going to be outside the whole time, so I was like, oh, maybe we should go early because it's going to be really hot. But actually a lot of the stuff's inside, and the stuff's air conditioned, although they did say, some of the workers here, they said that it does get warm around like 4 until close, because I mean the AC here can only do so much in the summertime, and when it's 100-some degrees out, you get what you get. I'm trying to find Ryan. I'm not sure where he ran off to. He's gotta be around here somewhere though. Found him.
Well, put your shoes on.
This ain't stupid, I'm gonna win this one!
Go back inside. Deputy, you check him.
I actually liked Boot Hill Museum more than I thought I would, because I'm not a huge museum person. There's only so many display cases you can look at, only so many plaques you can read, but it was actually really cool.
Yeah, it was so much, I said it before, I'd say it again, it's just so much more interactive. You know, the gunfight, watching that and seeing, you know, that they used, you know, real bullets, just blanks, and it seemed like an overall, just a very genuine town, and that everybody really enjoys their heritage and enjoys everything about where they live and where they come from. And people put in that extra effort that I feel like it's just not seen as much nowadays, and I appreciate that, and I think that come to Dodge City, it's well worth it. It's well worth it to come here and visit and just learn about culture and everything else.
And I think if you would have asked us the other day, we would have been like, oh, you know, you just come here for a day, and again, there's not a ton to do, so it was worth $18 per person. Let's just say that.
Agreed. It's been a good time in Dodge City, and we're excited to get out of here and have some fun. Getting out of Dodge.